Here I'm going to show you how to complete the Forgotten Temple in Fisch. So this is an area where you can unlock Mossjaw Rest, which is where you go to catch Mossjaws. You can get standard Mossjaws and also the rarer Elder Mossjaw there. So as we come down here, if you're going to do this in sections, you want to talk to the Jungle Adventurer first. So if we talk to them here, come here. The temple is dangerous. I need to give you something I found earlier. What is it? Take this temple eye I found. It will warp you back here, which is really useful. So if you ever want to have a break, come back here later, you can have that. So we'll say thank you. So remember what that's called. And then you can fire it just like the magic mirror or something like that. Pop it in a hot slot, click on it, and then you can come back here at a later point if you wish. So you can see we've got different ways that we can go forwards here. We can go left, we can go right, we can also go back here. So you got this map here, shows where we are, and then you have these different locations showing you where other things are. So we need to solve all of the puzzles, and I will go through them in order. So the first puzzle here to the right is puzzle number 1. So we're going to go there. So I need to go right, then left, then right, and right again. So right, left, right, and right again. Then we'll go up here. And if you've got an advanced glider, that can make it slightly quicker to go through here if you want. So then I think it was right, wasn't it? And then right again. And just there, you can see the number of the puzzle. So this is puzzle number 1. So if we go forwards here into the puzzle room, you can see we've got these different sort of buttons here. So it's quite dark. So if you want, you can up the brightness so you can see this a bit better. So I'll just pop this up just so we've got a little more light in here. And you can see we've got a square, triangle, and circle on each of these. And we need to do them in the right order. Okay, so the order that you need to jump is triangle. Then you need to do a big jump over there to square, square, triangle, circle, triangle, square, triangle, and circle. And then when you're here, jump over to this bit, and you've got this: receive the poisonous spearhead, receive the glyph rune. Now, it's these runes that are important. This is what's going to unlock Mossjaw Rest, but we need all 5 of them. So you can either go back here manually, or you can fire the temple eye. And I'll show you the route from there just for this. So I've dragged and dropped this onto here, but this sends me to the final location. And this is where we're going to pop these runes that we get over time. I'll do them at the end though, but you can see that's the final area, and I'll just show you whereabouts this is located. So if we come out of here, we can go back. There's puzzle number 4, which we will do when it's time for puzzle number 4. But if you go this way, you can then figure out what puzzle that is. We come around here, and we've got a puzzle there. That's puzzle number 3. We want puzzle number 2. There you go. So you're back here now. We're going to go for puzzle 2. So we're going to go left, left, all the way to the end, right, and then all the way to the end, and then right again. So left, left, straight, then right. So we'll do that. Left, left, and then we're going to go straight all the way to the end. This puzzle number 3. Puzzle number 2. I'm going to go all the way to the end. See, it's a bit of a route. And then around here, and you can see we're coming up to a puzzle room here, and this is puzzle number 2. So as we come in here, you can see the door looks closed. So I'm holding forwards and to the right to get in here. And then you've got this area that you need to somehow get up without touching the floor. So you're going to need to do a run and jump to climb up there like that. And we've got a bit of an obby course to do here. So do not touch the floor at the start. And you can see what's basically going on now is we've got water rising. So we've got to move relatively quick here to make sure that we don't die. So we've got to do here, jump up here like this, and keep going. So you just keep climbing on up, and you've got to beat that water that's rising to make sure that you get the reward at the end. So you can see I'm going up and up, just trying to take my time and not die as we do this. So take advantage of the ladders. Whoops. And then I'm going to jump that way, then this way, and then up we go, and we get our reward, which is the toxic core. And of course, the toxic rune. So then you can get yourself out or just use the temple eye again. From this location, we go to puzzle number 3, which is quite annoying because if you hit a spike, you will get wasted. So I've actually hit a couple of spikes here, so hopefully third time lucky. So we're going to take a left here away from puzzle 4, which we'll do obviously after puzzle 3. And here is the puzzle 3 room. So we'll go in here and we'll move forwards very carefully till the first area. Then left. So we're going to go right, left, right, left, all the way to the end here. Just be really careful. Then we're going to go left, and then up here, go all the way down here, take a left, come around here, and around here. See, it is very confusing, but there is the end. Hooray! We made it through the maze. So there you go. We got the barbed spearhead and the spike rune. So we'll temple eye back out. Now for puzzle 4, we'll come away from this area, so just out, and you probably remember that puzzle 4 was the next one that's just here. Now for this one, you need it to be night time, so you can either wait till night time or fire a sundial totem. So I've got one there. So you can see we've got these phases of the moon on the wall here. So we start with a full moon and then it moves in. So this is the first one. We're going to press that and then have a little look at the next ones. So we've got like a little, looks like on the left, a little sort of indent that's dark. So it's going to be, I think, that one. So pull that one. And just be careful you don't pull them twice. Then we got the half moon. So it's that one. And then we've got the crescent on the right. So we've got to have a little look at that, which is, let's have a little look. It's lit up, isn't it, on the right? So it's that one. And then we have the last one, which is a total or no moon at all, which is that one. And you can see we've got the vine line and the vine rune. So just be careful you don't hit the same one twice when you're doing that puzzle. But there you go, that's that room done. So we'll go back again. Now we'll go off to puzzle room 5, which I think is just down the end to the right. So that's where we'll go. So we'll go up here, off this way. Just go as quickly as I can for you. And we'll get around the edge here. Keep going around. And eventually we get to puzzle room 5. So with this one, there's a solution to the path through the water on the ceiling there, but you can see it's really hard to kind of reference that as you go forwards here to see where you want to go. So looking at the path, you can see there's an option to go on close to the edge there. So in theory, if I jump over there, particularly with the glider, and land here, I'm actually on kind of that part directly above me there, but it's really hard to see, as you can see there. So then what I'm trying to do, and the reason why I've gone to the left here, is to see where the path ends, which looks like it's just after this line. So I'm going to go forwards a little bit. So it's just sort of here. And you want to take your time, but there's no hint whatsoever in the water, which is really annoying. And you can see now it's difficult for me to guess where the next part is. So I'm going to use a jump and glide. So an advanced glider here is useful, but just take your time with it. So I'm going to roughly go towards the next part. You see where that sort of light up line is there. So we're going to jump and glide there like that. And that looks pretty good to me. It looks like I can go forwards slightly, but I really don't want to take that risk if I can avoid it. I'm just trying to manually line up here. So I'm ready to do the next one. So we'll just go here. I can't tell how wide this is. That looks about right. And I'm going to do a big leap forward again. I've got to get to that kind of light up area there. So again, the glider really, really useful for doing that. And then you can see as we go forwards, it's difficult because I can kind of go up just before that line. So in theory. So that's what we're going to do. We'll just go here. And then you really want to be really careful here where you go. So I think we'll just go there. And then, oh, it's tight. It's really tight. So I think we're good to go this way. Then I'm really trying to reference what makes sense there. So you can see in theory, there's a straight line coming up. Just there. So I'm going to attempt to glide there. That worked. Whew. Received the murky thread, received the water rune. So I've got all the runes now. But let me know if you get a better solution to puzzle room 5. But that seemed to work for me. But whew, the pressure. Okay, so now we can go back and we can open Mossjaw Rest. So we'll do that. So we're back to this area with the temple eye, and now we just need to go to each of these, and we need to find those runes that we've got. So we go in here and we search rune. There's all our different runes. So we'll pop this one and slap it on there. And then we'll get this one, slap it on there. Got another one up here. I can't jump, so we'll have to do that. We'll grab that one and interact it there. That's 3 done. I think we've got 2 more over here. There we go. So we'll get another rune and pop it there. And another rune and pop it here. I'm hoping you don't have to put them in particular orders. And there we go. It's opened up. So we have accessed Mossjaw Rest. Check this out. So now this is permanently open, and you can use this to fish for Mossjaws whenever a Mossjaw hunt is on. So you have sorted out the solution to the Forgotten Temple and opened up Mossjaw Rest. So I will probably have a little go at catching one now, and maybe add that if I can. Finally, an Elder Mossjaw has emerged in the Forgotten Temple. Be the first and only to catch it. So I will use the Temple Eye to go and get that. So off to the area here, and we can fish for this Elder Mossjaw and try and catch it. If you turn on the fish radar, you can see it's the central bit that we've got a fish in. So I'm going to go over here where it's a little bit closer to get my rod over there. Best bait for it is glowworm, so we're going to go with that. And let's see if we can get it with the cerulean fang. So you can see long enough there to get into the area. Just going to put a lantern on so we can see a bit better. And also up the brightness a bit for you. I'm out of glowworms, so I'm going to use fish Fixation Hearts. See whether we get lucky. Ooh, something on the line, minus 85%. This could be our big guy we need. Looks huge. Come on, my friend. You can see that the cerulean fang rod is an absolute legend at catching this. Look how that piercing is affecting. Nice. Elder Slayer. We get a candy Elder Mossjaw. Check out the weight of that. It is insane. It's so massive. We're going to have to log in on another account to see just how huge this guy is. Look at the size of that compared to my speedboat. It is insane. It's over 1,000 tons and worth over 70,000 coins. So there you go. That's how to complete the Forgotten Temple in Fish. I hope that helped you out. If it did, thumbs up, please. Much appreciated. Any comments, welcome. Another thing you want to be doing here is catch at least 2 Mossjaws, and I think you can get hold of the mossy core, which is useful for getting a specific rod, but I'll talk about that in another video. But really lucky to get the Elder Mossjaw there, because it's only about a 10% chance of that occurring when there's a Mossjaw hunt on. So as far as I could see, you cannot increase the disturbance on this area to make them spawn faster. I tried fishing with the boom ball for a good 25 minutes and it didn't do anything. I went off and fished elsewhere, and that's when we got the Mossjaw hunt start up. So I hope that helps you out, and if you need any more help with fish, let me know with what in the comments. Have a little look at the playlist at the end of here if you want to know about other things in the game, because I've got loads of tutorials on there already. So if you'd like to see, please hit that subscribe. Thanks so much.